another Flosstube update. It's been 2 weeks since my last video and I have a lot of fun things to show. I'm going to start with some fully finishes that I have. I'll do them one by one. So I actually had finished this before my last video, but I totally forgot to show him. And that is Peppermint Pals from Brenda Gervais with Dye Needle and Thread. I stitched him on 36 count Big Sky from Mystic Fabrics with the Shepherd's Bush floss conversion. So I finished him in this little pillow. I just put like a cute gingham on the back. I did a double bow, and then I was given this pin with a whole bunch of other pins at Stitch West in October, and I just thought it would be really cute to stick it in there and I finish off the little bow, cover up my terrible bow tying with the pin. And then I stuffed him with, the corners are stuffed with just like, what do you call it? The batting stuff. I can't think of what it's called. And then sawdust for the rest. And I was trying to learn my lesson from my last sawdust stuffing adventure and just really pack it in. And I still, it's better, but it's still like floppy in some places. And I'm like, how? I don't know how. I don't know how the fabric or the stuffing is getting stuffed into these pillows. So where they're like, I'm happy with them because I cannot fit any more stuffing when I'm trying to sew it closed. It's a trial and error. I don't know. I'm not hating the way that it's turned out, but I really don't know how people are getting them so perfectly filled to the brim. But I think he's really, really cute. And I didn't end up doing any kind of trim on the outside of him just because I thought the bows and the pin was enough. Then I finished the stitching of this one, which is Blackbird Designs Moon Garden. I finished the stitching last year and finally brought her and another one in to get their frames. This is a custom frame from Hobby Lobby. I stitched this with some of the called for, but I did replace one of the greens with a purple or a pink. No, there was 2 yellows and I replaced one of the yellows with a green. And it's stitched on the called for 36 count 18th century rook from R&R. And I had no idea which direction I was going to go with this frame. But when I got there, I just laid the white frame down and it really brought the stitching to life because it is really kind of soft. The stitching doesn't pop out on the fabric all on its own, and I think the white brings more attention to the stitching. I love the way this turned out. And this is all one frame. This is not a fillet. It's all one frame. And then my last fully finished object, I also finished the stitching on this last year, and this is Quaker Garden from Blackbird Designs. By the way, it was posted on a Facebook group, I can't remember which one, but all of the Garden Club series charts from Blackbird Designs, it's been confirmed that they are going to be reprinted. So if these charts are your unicorn charts, just be patient because we've been told that they are going to be reprinted. That's really exciting. So anyways, I stitched this on 36 count Willow from Bestitch Me with all of the called for threads. And the frame is from Hobby Lobby as well, and it is 2 pieces. There was this piece and then this piece. They didn't call it a fillet. It was called something else, an inlay or something different. But I just loved it. I was struggling with this piece too, just in my head thinking, what direction of frame? If I do white, it'll pop out the white. If I didn't want to go too dark, because I don't know, I don't really do a ton of dark frames in my everyday decor, and I knew I'd want this up year round. And this was actually the very first set of frames that I pulled, was this one with this fillet, and I was like, done. It was so easy. The framing lady wasn't very nice either, and I kind of wanted to just get the heck out of there. But I am so happy with the way this turned out. With both pieces, I did do the the pinning and the lacing myself, and I did lace both of them. So I pinned them first, and then I used the Lori Holt's method she showed in her video for lacing with the doll needles to lace the back with crochet thread. And it's super easy, and I like the fact that after I lace it, I can pull all of the pins out to use another time instead of having to buy more and more pins. But I thought it turned out really great. I am so happy I finally have a sampler wall in my house now. It's down in my dining room, and I will have put a picture of it in my intro. But I'm so happy to have them done. When my husband got home from work, because I did it while he was at work, I was like, come here, come look. And it's like every time I go look at it, like I'm always in tears. I'm just so happy to have a sampler wall. Oops, get back up there, dude. Okay, so those are my finishes for the last 2 weeks. I don't have any stitching finishes, just FFOs. So now I'm gonna dive into my whips and new starts, because there's always new starts. And okay, so this one I started, oops, I have, oh, where's the top? I can't even find the top of my iPad. Okay, it's okay. Let's get going here. Okay, let me turn the brightness up. This chart I am borrowing thanks to a sweet friend. It is, I just got my pictures of it right now. This is an out of print chart from Birds of a Feather called Alphabet Sampler. I have wanted to stitch it ever since I saw Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts finish this, and I am lucky and have amazing friends that have a lot more charts than me and are willing to let me borrow them. I know that the Colorado Cross Stitcher is starting to rechart a lot of these Birds of a Feather charts, so it's possible that this one will become available later. She just hasn't done it yet. I'm stitching it with all of the called for except one. I did replace the green because I didn't have it. It's Caper, and I replaced it with a color and cotton. And I just have a small start on it. I'm stitching it on 36 count vintage maple sugar from Lakeside Linens. And I just have a small start, started in the bottom. I'm really excited to be able to have this one up another year round in my house. And then I'm stitching this chart with my friend Christy from Crosshatch Quilts. And we are stitching Key to My Heart from With Thy Needle and Thread. I'm stitching this on 40 count raw muslin from Color and Cotton. I've done quite a bit since the last time you saw it. I finished the giant L. I finished the lock and the 2 birds and 2 keys. I haven't quite finished all of the leaves and the back stitch here. I think I'm missing a flower too. And then I started on the V, and then I just have the E, but it's deceiving how long these letters take. They are huge, and this is 40 count, and it's like this big compared to my hand. But it's so fun. The colors are so bright, and it's very seasonal, and I love it. I'm really hoping to be able to have this done this week, just because I don't think I'm gonna want to stitch on it after Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is Friday, so I mean, really, I just have 2 jumbo letters left, so it's possible. Okay, and then Sunday was Super Bowl Sunday, and I joined the Sal being hosted by Tara from Sully Stitches, and it was called the Stand Up Bowl. Where's my, okay. So I decided to start Clovis, which is the badger. She's really cute. I love her teapot, and she also has a teacup. It's just not shown on the front. Oh, there, it's kind of shown right here. The little teacup. She's really, really cute. And I had all the called for threads miraculously. And I started her on 36 count 36 count exemplar from Lakeside Linens. I had just a small ornament cut. I guess it's not ornament cut, it's like an 1/8. And you guys, it is taking all of my strength not to burn her in a fire. She hates me. I started her down here, and as I started doing the blue, realized I miscounted the white. So I had to rip out all the blue, rip out all half the white, and redo it. Got all that finished. Then I started going up on the sides of her apron. And I came around here, and I was like going up, got all the way to the top, realized, I went too high on this side. So I had to go back over here, rip out, restitch. And then I started filling in the blue over here and realized, oh, I missed stitch. I didn't come far over enough. So all of this needs to be ripped out, and this needs to be extended. And it was just like 10 stitches forward, 15 back. And I chucked her on the floor and I left her for dead. And I was just so angry at her. So I'm going to remove her from the hoop, and she's in timeout. If I ever decide to go back to her, and if not, it was her fault. Truly. She's very cute. She's very evil. The counting is so hard on this chart. I don't know what the deal is. It is a lot of skipped stitches. Like if you can see all the holes, tons of skipped stitches, like tons and tons of counting. And I was trying to watch the Super Bowl. This was not a Super Bowl conducive chart. This is I have my thinking hat on to stitch chart. So who knows if we'll ever see her again. High possibility of that being the case. Okay. And then I had another new start. And this one was just like completely random. But I had all the threads pulled already and the fabric. And this is She Sights a Bird from the Loose Feather series from Blackbird Designs. I have them all in this Blackbird Designs bag. And I'm stitching them on 36 count Atomic Ranch Prairie Land. So I started, and I have all the called for colors. Started in the bottom. This is as wide as it goes. Oh no, there's a bird here. This is as wide as it goes here. So they're not very big. And it just was fun. I did this whole chunk in one day. Like it goes quickly. I love the colors though. Blues are my favorite colors. Blues and greens. And the golds and browns just really make the blues look gorgeous. And I love this fabric. It's really nice to stitch on. Okay, my last ones are just whips, methinks. Okay, thank you everybody for voting in the comments on my fabric dilemma with A Shepherd's Song. If you remember, I was questioning my original choice of fabric and trying to determine if I needed to go to a wider color. A lot of the votes were go wider, and a lot of the votes were stay on the same one. And I was very lazy, and I said, I'm staying on the same one. I don't want to change because I'm lazy. So I kept going on the original fabric, which is, I can't even tell you what it is. I can't even remember what this is. I think it's a Tropical Stitches. It's not Tekla. Is it Tekla? Guys, I cannot remember. I cannot remember. Anyways, I just kept going on it, and now I love it. Now that I've gotten more colors on it, and I held it against the wall in my house, I love it. I think the fabric is giving it more of a vintagey feel, and I'm fine with that. So I kept going. I put more blue in. I got a ton of the grass in. I did one of these humongo sheep. You guys, this sheep took me 2 days. Just the sheep. And there's like 9 of them. Good thing they're cute. So I did, look how good the blues and the greens are showing up. Like, I'm stitching with this with a Vicki Clayton silk conversion she made for me. I asked her to replace it with blues. The conversion colors that I had gotten were from Christy Crosshatch Quilts, and I know that in one of her recent videos she tells you exactly which colors she replaces with the blues if you are curious. I don't have my chart right here, I'd tell you. Or not my chart, the thread chart that Vicki gives you. And now that Vicki has this pack listed on her website, and she does offer a blue conversion if you would like blue. But I'm loving this chart. We were watching a movie the other night and I just filled in all this green, and it was just nice. And it's just, I love the way that it's looking. I'm so happy with it. I don't want to put it away. It'll definitely stay out. I'm afraid to put it away, actually. I'm afraid that if I put it away, I won't pick it up for a very, very long time, and I don't want that to be the case. So she will be staying out for a while. So there's that one. Oh, this one I wanted to take off of the hoop. See if I can. Oh, might need my little thing. Okay. If you use the wooden hoops, you need a tool if you haven't figured that out yet. I don't have the finger strength to tighten and loosen those. Okay. So this one I've also been putting a lot of time into. I've just been loving every stitch of it. Every time I put it away, I can only put it away for like a few days before I'm like thinking about it again and I want it out again. And that is my PDF. Oh, right there. And that is the Christmas, oh gosh, that glare is so bad. I'm sorry. Christmas Quaker stocking. I'm stitching the sampler version. I'm stitching this with the called for NPIs. It's my first project ever using NPIs. I'm stitching this on the called for 40 count wheat from Fiber on a Whim. And just look how beautiful. It is so beautiful. I love it so much. So I think the last time you saw it, I was about here maybe. So I finished this motif. I added these snowflakes. I finished this huge pot. I added this snowflake and these two trees. And then I got started on the big medallion in the center that has the swan. Oh, it's so beautiful. I just love it. Stitching with these silks is amazing. I'm completely addicted to buying NPI silks now, which isn't great for my wallet, but great for my heart. I love it. Highly recommend this chart. And also Kathy made a comment that these stockings are potentially going to be seasonal. So I'm really hoping that we see a summer version and a spring version and a fall version. I'm very excited, very excited. So I love, love, love that chart. And then my last, nope, this is not my last whip. I kind of touched a lot of things. I did not think I touched this many things. Okay, every opening flower from With Thy Needle. This project has never seen the inside of a project bag. I'm completely proud to say that. It is a joy, truly a joy to stitch, and I don't want to put it in a project bag until it's done. So this, I'm stitching it on 36 count harvest wheat from Color and Cotton with all the called for colors. I have a lot of progress on it since the last time you saw it. I did the bee skep with the ring of leaves. I can't remember how much of that blue border you've seen. I don't know if you've seen any of it. I did all that border, all the berries. I finished the willow tree. I finished the roof. I added some more letters and I started on this massive, magnificent pot of flowers. And I'm all the way to the edge. So really there's not a ton left to go. It's very much possible that I could finish this in the month of February. What's today? The 11th? By March. In March. So I did make a color change. I don't know where my threads went. So this blue here is not the called for color in the chart. The called for color is supposed to be Mountain Mist. But in the picture, to me, it looks blue. I don't know if you can see that. Like, it looks blue. And my house is very much green. So I went through my colors and I ended up pulling a blue. I wish I could remember the color of blue. And I can't reach my threads. If you want to know, please message me and I will let you know. I can't remember, but I did place it with a blue. It's gonna bug me. But I like the way that the blue is turning out. And this pot of flowers is no freaking joke, you guys. Huge, but beautiful. So worth it. Brenda's a genius. So hopefully you'll see even more progress on that next time. And in my last video, I was going back and forth on if I had shown this progress on this chart or not. And I went back through and looked at my pictures because memory is poor. So I take pictures of whatever whip I'm working on in between videos so that I can remember what I stitched 2 weeks ago. And I did have a lot of progress on this chart. I just could not remember. And that is a study in nature from the Artsy Housewife. I had a lot of progress on this and I just could not remember if I'd shown it or not. So I will show it right now. I'm stitching this on 40 count Nougat from XJU Designs with the Vicki Clayton silk conversion. So here is where I am on it now. This wing is almost fully finished. So I literally did this whole huge inside thing. I did all the white and brought it all up and I filled in random, you know, colors that were down here missing. And then I started on the body. I just have this part of the wing here left. And then that wing is 100% finished. There's another little set of flowers up here at the top. And then I'll have the body and the other wing to finish and then it'll be done. But guys, it's taken me a long time just to do this one wing. There's a lot of color changes in it. But it is beautiful and I love it on this fabric and it will go on my new sampler wall when it's finished because it goes perfectly with these other charts, I think. So yeah, I was like, rude of me. She deserves to be shown. And that is all of my stitchy progress the last few weeks. It's kind of a lot. It's okay. I have been in the weirdest stitching mood. It's like I want to stitch, but I don't know what I want to stitch on. So I literally had like 12, not even 12, however many projects I just showed you, all of them out on hoops the last 2 weeks. And some days I switched projects 4 times. I just can't settle. I can't settle on anything. It's okay. I'm just in a weird season right now. I don't know what I want to stitch on. I want to stitch on everything and nothing all at once. So I leave things out on hoops, sometimes threaded with needles so that when I don't know what to do, I just grab it and just at least get a couple stitches into something. And so I don't know. I'm just going to continue pushing forward that way. So now I will show my haul. I did buy, so this chart I have been wanting to stitch for a really long time. And that is Eliza Townsend, 1835. Eliza Townsend's Sweet Humility. I love this chart so much. I love the weird animals. I love the 2 swans. There's a weird peacock. There's like 2 cows, 3 cows, a doggy, an owl. I'm obsessed. It's absolutely beautiful. I actually do like the sentiment in the middle as well. I just love this chart. I love it. So since I am now obsessed with MPIs, I bought the MPIs for it. And look how beautiful. Look at that pink. Oh, they're so, they're so pretty. I cannot wait to start this chart. My problem was I didn't realize I needed a huge piece of fabric. She's like a square and she does not fit on a fat quarter. And I wanted to stitch her on 36 count because the words are all over 1 and I don't fancy doing over 1 on 40 count. I literally did test stitches on like 6 different fabrics and picked none. I did order a piece of caramel from Seraphim from Farm Girl Dry Goods. And I think that will be here Not today. Maybe today. Maybe today. I can't remember. It'll be here in a matter of a few days because I ordered it last week. And then I will start that chart. And I'm very excited. It's very spring feeling to me. And this is actually my first like sampler that looks like this. I'm trying to think. My other sampler, I do have one Hands Across the Sea, Hannah Campbell. She does not look anything like this. She's very different. So this is my first like traditional feeling looking sampler. I'm really, really excited to start it. And I'm addicted now. I want all the samplers. Okay, another piece of haul. I was talking with my good friend Christy, and we were talking about Kathy Barrick because she's incredible and we love Kathy Barrick. And she asked if I'd had this chart, and I did have this chart. I've had it for a few years, and that is Quaker Dwelling. I'm really sorry about this glare. I don't know how to make it better. I've had this chart for a long time. And so of course we were like, oh my gosh, let's get the silks. So I had to. She forced my hand. So I got the silks from Olivia at Hillside Rookery. She had the silk pack. And just wait till you see these silks, you guys. When you look at that chart, you don't think that these are the colors. But oh my gosh. Okay, can you see? Oh, the greens. There's like 3 different colors of green. And the reds. Look at that mint green. Oh my gosh. Obsessed. Obsessed. I cannot wait to start this chart. Christy, when we start in this. I cannot wait. I'm addicted to these silks. I need all the projects with these silks. I didn't pull my fabric choices for that chart, but I'm in my, oh wait, I have one right here in my haul. Okay, so Hobby House has a deal with Tabby Cat. For the rest of this year, every 2 months, there will be an exclusive fabric color from Tabby Cat offered. You can order from Hobby House. So I ordered it. I got 36 count and it's called Down the Rabbit Hole. I love the names of her fabrics, by the way. They're so whimsical. Crinkly, crinkly, sorry. And look at this color. It's too good. It's too good. And so I'm thinking this is the fabric that I will do a Quaker Dwelling on. Let me just do a quick little floss toss here for you. Who doesn't love a good floss toss? Pull them back out. Oh, yes. Oh, it's dark. It's dingy. It's fabulous. Let me lay them all out. What's that? What's that? Get out of here. I mean, am I right? It's so good. Christy, look at it. Oh my gosh. The greens are gonna look so good. Can we start this today? So that's on the immediate radar there. So that was part of my haul, was that exclusive fabric. I think you can still get it because we're still in February. So run and get it if you loved it. The next color, I'm assuming, will be told the 1st of March. And that will be the color for March and April. Okay. Another piece of fabric I got was heavily influenced by Julie. She has she's been, on Instagram, but now she's got a Flosstube channel and she has 2 videos out. Let me see if I can find it so I can tell you exactly what her channel name is. I am obsessed with her. She has beautiful, beautiful stitching. And she lives in the I want to say the Baltics, but that can't be right. That's really bad on me. I will tell you her channel name. Oh, it's just Julie. Her channel name is just Julie. At JULESSS Darling. Julie. She has 2 videos. They're so great. Go watch them. But this fabric purchase was influenced because of her. She stitched the Stacy Nash gingerbread house on this. The one that was like the Jingle Ball exclusive. And that is Needle and Flax Mackinac Fudge. And I saw it. She held it up and I was like, ah, need. And it wasn't being sold anywhere. So me and my friend Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, were like, well, let's just buy a yard and we'll split it. So we did. And it's beautiful. And I'm imagining all the things I could stitch on it. The gingerbread house from Stacy Nash for sure. And what was the other chart I was like imagining going on it? I said it to her and now I can't remember. Anything would look good on it. Oh, it's so pretty. So I have a half Mackinac Fudge in 36 count. Love it. Okay, and then I have a little bit of quilting haul. I have been working on my dining room. I think I mentioned in my last video, and it is almost finished. I'm so extremely happy with the way that it turned out. I'll put some pictures in my intro. But I wanted a table runner for my dining table. Quilted, of course, texture. And I got the Blackbird's Nest Charm Pack. Who's this from? Kansas Troubles Quilters. But it's just like blacks and creams. If I can get it out of this little plastic, I'll show you. Blacks and creams. And it's exactly my color palette in my dining room. So I got that and some backing. Very excited to do that. Can you hear my child? And the last bit of haul I got was my first Belle Soie Club package from who is my club through? That's really bad of me. I'm really bad at names today. What's wrong with me? I'll remember for next time. But look at these colors in my first. Oh my gosh. She's yelling at me. She's not having this video today. It's fine. Anyways, these are the colors I got for the club in January. We got turquoise, icing, and Bahama Breeze. And they're perfect January colors. If they're all going to be like monthly themed, like that makes me very excited. That's very fun. So I'll be building up a collection of Belle Soie. Also, I wanted some more trims for finishing things. And I bought these spools of Jumbo Rick Rack. These are the Lori Holt vintage trims. This is Riley Red. This is Nutmeg. And this is Cloud. And then at the end, you're left with this gorgeous, humongous wooden spool. Genius. So I'm very excited to use these. I wanted to use this on my Valentine pillow finishes. And then I have some extremely, extremely kind Stitchy kindness. Kind and generous from my amazing friend Carol. She asked if she could send me a couple of these silks for the Smith sampler just to slowly start kitting it up because it calls for a lot of silks. And I was like, oh, you're so amazing. And then this woman sent a humongous pile of silks, and I am still in shock over the generosity and the kindness of her, of this community, period. But like, I can't believe this. She sent me all of these dinky dies. She sent me all of these Glorianas. I've never used dinky dies. I've never used Gloriana. Some of them were in bags, and so I went through last night and just added them back to their cards because I like to hang silk. Like 3 4 skeins of Schoolhouse Red. I mean, it's beautiful. I was just petting them. There's some more Glorianas I just need to get on cards, and some more, like, I just want to put on cards. And then all of these Soie d'Alger, Avera Soie d'Alger. So I'm really dumb. And I thought that NPI was Soie d'Alger. Wrong. So I've never used Soie d'Alger, and I guess these is what's called for with Hands Across the Sea a lot of times. And she gave me just, look at all of these. And then, because it's not it, all of these Belle Soie. I just, there are no words. I have no words. Carol, you're incredible. You're the sweetest friend. Thank you so much. And that is all of my haul and my Stitchy kindness. I do have some bags that I will be listing this week. It's kind of a mishmash of bags. I've got just kind of random ones. So I've got more hedgehog bags. These ones have plaid in the middle of them. So I will have hedgehogs. I have these really pretty glittery gold village bags with gray cross stitch in the middle. And then I have this green floral. Oh, this one's so pretty with these coral zippers. And look at the inside. Oh, I wanted to do florals again badly. I have one more Valentine's bag. Oh, the inside is the hot pink gingham. And then I have some winter chickens. I have a winter chickens left. What's in the inside? The inside is this red polka dot. Got 2 of those. And then I have the blue floral, the blue and like metallic gold. And the inside, come out. The inside is blue metallic gold. So I will be listing those this week. I list on Thursdays. I'm not sure Thursday morning or Thursday evening. I feel bad listing them in the morning because I feel like, you know, people are working and they're not looking at Instagram. So I might list them like in the evening time. But watch for those because they'll be coming. And then, oh, and then we will do life and shows. Oh, okay, life. Not really anything to report. We watched the Super Bowl on Sunday and the Eagles won, which I was very pleased about, even though, you know, I wanted the Bills to go, but I'm just glad they beat the Chiefs, so that's fine. President Trump was there. I thought that was kind of cool. Apparently it's the first time a sitting president has ever gone to the Super Bowl, which seems crazy to me, but there's a lot of celebrities there. But let's see. Just been doing dance. We've got our first competition next weekend. I'm a little nervous, but they're gonna do great, I think. Brody, my 3-year-old, has been loving preschool. Every day she asks me, is it preschool? And I have to tell her no, and she gets sad. So I'm glad she loves going at least. My 10-year-old, he went to a birthday party over the weekend last week. He went to a birthday party and he just had the greatest time of his life. And school was canceled for the next 2 days, so he was also having the best day of his life. Our school system got like hacked by ransomware. So they had to cancel school for a couple of days while they like figured it out. And it was supposed to be like parent-teacher conferences and stuff too. And so all of it was canceled, which I thought was just crazy. And we've just been dreaming about spring house and yard projects. This winter will never end, I swear. The roads will get so dry and clear and it'll be sunny and like 40 degrees and I can go walk outside. And then it looks like today, which is ice, snow, freezing cold. So it's just the winter that never ends. I'm so over it. Valentine's Day is this weekend, Friday. We don't ever really do anything for Valentine's. First of all, with little kids, it's hard to go anywhere without them. And we like how we cook at home. So we don't like it. When we eat out at restaurants, we're always like, I feel like we can make this better at home. So I just got 2 really nice filet steaks and we're just going to cook dinner ourselves. I'm going to try out this recipe for potatoes I saw on TikTok. They basically just like slice the potatoes in half and then cover them in like olive oil and salt and pepper and paprika and other things, and then put them on top of butter face down on a baking sheet and then baked them that way. Oh, they looked so good. So I'm going to try those. I do have kind of a funny story from today. So my 3-year-old, a little while ago, I posted a family photo on my Instagram. So if you've seen it, my husband has a big red beard and he shaves his head bald. And my 3-year-old brought me this book this morning, The Giving Tree. And she said that this looks like Daddy. And I know she's just seeing the beard and the bald, but I have always wondered why on the Shel Silverstein books, why do they use such a scary picture of him? They're kids' books. Why do they use such a frightening picture? So I sent it to like everyone I know. But apparently this is my husband. I can't stop laughing about it all morning. Oh, she's really kind. Her observations of us and our bodies is usually really kind and generous. Oh, kids, man, they really say some cruel things sometimes. I just thought that was funny. Okay, shows that I've been watching. Okay, shows. I've still been watching Copper. I'm in the 2nd season now, and it's not holding my attention like the 1st season did. I've still been watching Grey's Anatomy. I don't think I watched any other shows. There is a new season of All Creatures Great and Small. Love that show so much, but they're releasing it like episode by episode, and that annoys me. So I wait until the whole season is out before I watch it. So I will be watching that soon. We watched a couple of movies that I had never seen before. One was called The Devil All the Time, and it had Robert Pattinson and Tom. What is his name? The kid that played Spider-Man, and he's marrying Zendaya. I keep wanting to say Tom Hiddleston, but that's not him. That's Loki. I can't remember his name. But it's basically just like about a small town, like problems in small towns and stuff. I don't know. It was really good. It was really good. It was like sad. It was kind of dark. It was based on just after the Vietnam War was over and the soldiers were coming home. 60s? 70s? It's a really, really good movie. It's on Netflix. It's just been one that I've been wanting to watch. Holland? It's gonna bug me that I can't remember that kid's name. Spider-Man kid. The new Spider-Man guy. But it's really, really, really good. I definitely recommend you go watch that one. Oh, what happened to my list? Another one that we watched I'd never seen is called Public Enemies. It had Christian Bale and Johnny Depp. A whole bunch of other like side characters that you will like recognize from other shows. And it was good. It was about John Dillinger. John Dillinger in the 30s. He was a big bank robber criminal in the Chicago area. And so it's kind of just like following the last 2 years of his life. It was really good. I liked it. It's kind of a long movie. So we had to split it up in 2 days, but I did like it. And it was older, early 2000s. I thought Johnny Depp was great. I think Johnny Depp was great in everything though. And then we watched one on Amazon called Black Death. It has Sean Bean and Eddie Redmayne. And it's basically just about during the plague, when it was like, you know, the people thought it was, you know, religious reasons they were having the plague. And so this group of religious mercenaries for the Pope or whatever, church leaders, the bishops, would go around to all these villages and kill anybody who had been showing signs of the plague. They were just wiping out villages, like in the name of religion. And it gave me very much Midsummer vibes. I don't know if you've seen Midsummer with Florence Pugh, where they come upon this village of people and like suddenly things are not what they seem. And it was like that. They came upon this village, and two of the characters, one was from Outlander, the priest on Outlander, and the other one was Melisandre from Game of Thrones, and they were kind of like the leaders of this village. And yeah, I don't know, it was just really interesting. I had never heard of this movie. It's kind of like one of those like B movies. It was so good. It was so good. I would really recommend you watch that. It was just really interesting. I don't know very many movies about in the time period of the Black Death or the plague. Eddie Redmayne played a really young monk who was like escorting them to these villages, but he didn't know what they were like going to do. He didn't know that they were there to like kill all these people that were showing signs of the plague. It was really, really good. Eddie Redmayne is great. Sean Bean is always great. So, and that is on Prime. Black Death. So good. Go watch it. And that is all the movies that I haven't seen that I saw. We have been watching the Batman movies again. The ones with Christian Bale. So Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and we're on Dark Knight Rises right now. The one with Bane. I love these movies. They're the only like superhero movies I would ever watch and enjoy. So we've been watching those. And other than that, I don't know, I'm in a show slump. You have all given me so many fabulous recommendations for shows. I need to just look into them, but I'm like feeling lazy about it or something. Can't commit. I'm having commitment issues for the last couple of months. I can't commit to a project. Can't commit to a show. I don't know what the deal is. I'm blaming the weather. It's terrible. But really that is it. I did go for a walk. The other day it was almost 40 degrees. So I went for a walk. And then I came home and had 3 migraines right in a row. I have never had 3 in a row, all in one afternoon. And I don't get like migraines that pound in your head. It's usually ones that are focused in my eyes. I always call them ocular migraines, but I think they're called something else. But it just takes away my vision for like 20 or 30 minutes at a time. And then I have like a headache after. And so I had 3 of those in a row in one afternoon. So I basically spent like 6 hours being blind after that walk. And so I don't know if it was the light that triggered it or the cold, the sun or the cold or what. It was terrible because I got a migraine like that after I went on a walk the last time. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out my triggers for those. I don't know that there's really anything you could do for them, but it's terrible. And so I basically spent one afternoon all blind, and I was like, just thinking about how terrible it would be to not be able to stitch, because I couldn't stitch. Obviously I couldn't see. So if you get those, it sucks. It's not fun to deal with. But other than that, so plans going forward, maybe starting Quaker Dwelling, maybe starting Eliza Townsend, going to continue on Shepherd's Song and Every Opening Flower, and maybe some of these others because I don't feel like taking things off the hoops. So we will see. I don't have any really hard and fast plans. I'm not going to stitch any St. Patrick's Day things. That's just not my thing. I don't decorate for St. Patrick's Day. So I'll just be kind of stitching whatever during that time. I'll probably pull out Dwelling Place in a few weeks because I started it around this time with my mother-in-law for her birthday. So I'll probably pull that out in a little while. All the market stuff is coming out. There's so many good things. I'm holding off on getting anything. I got so many market charts last year and then I've stitched 0. So I'm trying to be really discerning. Just waiting. And then Brenda has been teasing pictures of her releases coming up, and I'm going to need all of them, duh. Paulette still hasn't shown hers, and Stacy Nash still hasn't shown all of hers. And those are my weaknesses. Teresa Kogut did release hers, and there are a few that I do really want for my stash. But like, will I stitch them right this minute? No. So I can wait on those for a little bit. But I mean, Brenda and Paulette and Stacy, I just can't resist. I have to have their charts in my hot little hands. So we'll see what comes out of market for those two. Fox and Rabbit also released a couple of new colors for fabrics. One is called Sand Castle or Sandstone. Oh, I think Brenda or Laura, one of those two is maybe both of them are part of the Fox and Rabbit fabric club, and they showed the Sand Castle one, I think, on one of their projects. They're stitching something on there, and I remember thinking, that is gorgeous. And now they're releasing it, and I'm so excited. I will be getting a big piece of that if I can. So that is all that I can think of to show right now. Bags will be later this week. If you'd like one of those, I sell them on Instagram. You just message me after I post them. And I am so glad that I was able to come and show you all my beautiful things. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.